Come check out how I'm using these cute hummingbirds with some spring florals. And if that's something that interests you, keep it right here. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. And these hummingbirds just dropped from Let's Plan with Sarah, and I have these set of florals from one of the earlier spring books at Live Love Posh. And by the time you're seeing this, the latest release from Live Love Posh should be out. And that was the last setup I have going on. And this is my last set of pages in my journal. So just making sure I count the pages to make sure I have enough to last through the end of April. Yes, I'm working way ahead. So I'm going to use these set of honeycombs in these fun colors, and I thought this would be the perfect excuse to use up some of the older ones before the newer stickers came. And this is my daily journal, the B5 from Archer and Olive. And my code Priya10 can be used for 10% off at Archer and Olive, Live Love Posh, and also the washi tapes I have at the top. They are mostly from Planything, and my code is valid there too. And the spring release, as I touched on just a while ago, it is happening on March 14th, 1 p.m. Central at Live Love Posh. And the latest one is so cute. I'm still awaiting my sticker book. There was some confusion with the inventory and the release had to be pushed a few days back. So that is the first set of Dutch doors. And if you've been following me for a while, you know how I love to bring in my gyro cut and these small scissors. And if you are new, this is a handy dandy tool. If you do a lot of paper crafting, I think is a very versatile tool, and you can bring in all sorts of fun shapes when you have this precise cutter, the precision cutter with you. And I'm using some of these rainbows, and I laid down the full set of stickers for this Dutch door, and I realized that I put it down on the wrong page. So you will see that, and I'm trying to line it up to the best of my ability. Since these are not entirely symmetrical, it was a bit of a trial and error figuring it out. And once I had all of that down, I had to take it all out. So does that ever happen to you, or is it just me? And as you can see, these are the hummingbirds. I printed them on multiple, printed them out in multiple sizes. So this is the biggest size, and this is the medium size. And I have them in different orientations as well to suit the orientation I need for the space I have available. And I do have tutorials if you're wondering how you can achieve those fun orientations in multiple sizes. I have all of that covered in my print and cut tutorials, which are linked below, and I will try and link it here. And these stickers are, again, I printed them on clear and paper, matte, both matte finishes. And I do have my recommendations for all the sticker paper that I love, and mine is the removable kind. It's a bit more pricier, but I think it makes total sense why. Yes, now is when the realization strikes and I have to take everything out. So with these tweezers, I'm not too worried because it helps me grab them really close to the surface of the paper. And they're all linked below, just like all the other tools I love. So I'm moving everything one page to the back. because we don't have a whole lot of space left. And this would be the last setup I have. And yeah, some of those other stickers, you can rip it if you are not very careful. But I think I managed to rescue most of them. And I did reuse all of it. So it's all good. Yeah, don't get really worried seeing all the stickers being pulled out. I'm sure you are saying you could have used undo, but I'm sorry, as somebody who is a certified aromatherapist, amongst a lot of other things, I prefer to keep it natural as to what I inhale. So, undo is something I try to avoid to the best of my ability, and I can claim that I have not used undo till date. So if it damages the paper, if it damages the sticker, too bad. I'm not inhaling more harmful chemicals. But I mean, if you are somebody who loves undo, I'm sorry, you can go ahead and do what is comfortable for you. But I personally wouldn't. That's all I meant to say. And everybody is different, everybody has their own style of doing things. I don't mean to offend anybody. Sorry if I did. And I just had to go through this whole process. I could have cut this, edited this, cut this, and just said I just came and redid the whole thing. But I thought it would be nice for you to see how everybody has those moments when you are not entirely concentrating, because clearly I was listening to an audiobook and I thought I had counted the pages right, but not all the time. It happens to everyone, so it is okay. So I'm just trying to make sure I layer those clouds. And now I will come and add the next layer, which again, you must be thinking there are these Dutch doors, but I'm going a bit lower. So I will be trimming the top part of this page as well. So all these shapes will be taken care of once I have the next layer all laid out. And let me know if you have the sticker book and if you have used these stickers before, and see how you can use all those different layering components to layer things off, and you can see how easy it is to make these fun components once you have laid down everything. So that is the next layer, and see how it all comes together. And that small scissors and the paper clip you see on the left, which I normally use for most journals, those are from Journal Say. And my code Priya earns you 8% off at Journal Say. And these codes again also from the same sticker book. It needs some surgery to fit in the space, but you will see as things evolve, things do get a different look towards the end. And let me know if you have shopped Let's Plan with Sarah. And she is based out of Europe, and these are entirely printable stickers, so you can have them printed and ready to use right away. And I'm totally the team printables because I think it's so versatile, especially as somebody who is not in the States, residing in the States anymore. It is really important that I try and minimize my shipping and import fees, because eventually it does add up, because all those things do contribute a lot towards how much each of the products cost. And my journals, of course, they come from the States. They're all from Archer and Olive. And I do have a pretty good collection. I don't say a very, very good collection, but a pretty good collection now between my creative journal and my the monthly setups do come in them. And I will also try and use as many of these as possible, while also trying to see how I can try and balance out some of the colors, because those big honeycombs I think will go perfectly in that corner. And I will also use some of the other florals and all these green leaves, just trying to layer something. And I will now bring in those bigger birdies. And this was the perfect way to finish off this journal, because if you know me, if you have been following me for a while, you know how much I love birds. So this was a fun way of bringing in some of those really adorable birdies, and I think it turned out super cute. And I think these colors really go well together. I did check with the color wheel, and since we have a lot of colors going on, I think a pop of black would be the perfect way to go about it. And then I realized that I do need a black on the right side, because I did not have very many black happening on the right side, and I will kind of fix that towards the end. So I'm just going ahead and finishing with these, using the scraps to bring some of those clouds again, small bits of the clouds. And sometimes all these scraps make a huge difference. And that is a bit of a moving around with the stickers. And as I'm looking at it now, I think I refrained from using washi tapes at all until the very end, and trying to bring in some more of the florals on the side, just for something that peeks out from behind there. And I think with all the honeycombs going on, the hexagons are the perfect shapes we need in here. So I'm trying to do some clustering here with some of the boxes, and some people just prefer to keep it just to the journaling. They don't really need boxes, but I find that using the boxes helps me pinpoint the special moments. Something, it could be something small, something my kid said, or something they did, something that happened during the day, which obviously looking back feels nice. So I try to highlight those. And if you are somebody who does not like boxes in your journal, I can totally understand why. Let me know if you use boxes, or you just decide to keep it to pure journaling and just stickers, or is it just pen and paper entirely? Whatever works for you is what you need, right? And I will link all the shops I have products from: Let's Plan with Sarah, and Live Love Posh, and Arch and Olive. And you will also see how I bring in Planet Darby's stickers at the end. And I have all the videos I mentioned linked below, and the subscription boxes from Planything, which drop every month on the 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. By the time you see this, that should also be out. And I would really appreciate it if you would consider shopping through my link. No codes are applicable on the current subscription boxes at Planything, but for everything else, my code Priya10 earns you 10% off, and it's usually stackable on top of sales. And you see how I'm picking the colors to go with all the colors we have going on between the hummingbirds and all the florals. So just try to bring some of those colors, and now I will bring in this candle just at the very bottom, and then I realized I needed some more washi at the top, at the bottom, just for that small pop of color. And yeah, you see how quick and simple it can be, just some rough edges and it's all good. It's looking much better now. And I think I wanted to just limit myself to just one sticker book. And that is the reason I did not go for any other coats. So now I'm back with this bees, dar bees, and this was from either last year or the year before. And I thought I already had this, so it was just a matter of printing and cutting it for use. So I'm throwing in a few bees and a few of those paths leading up to the honeycomb, and I think that was just the pop that was needed. So it really brings the spread together. And let me know if you come back and do such things too, or is it just me? I'm sure every one of us, we're all different. And I think you must be thinking it is taking up a lot of space, but sometimes I like to have such fun components, because whenever I have it stickered up, especially with such cute stickers, I do tend to come back to these more. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, and even if the spreads don't quite get YouTube videos, they will still be on my IG. And please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification if you haven't already. It really helps me out with the growth of the channel and lets my content out to more folks out there. And please find all the shops and codes and links, everything as I mentioned. And of course, don't forget to check out the fun videos I talked about and see how fun these all turned out to be. And of course, there needs to be something that comes that way to the hive. And let me know how you like today's setup and what your favorite part from this is. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.